Now back to G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe is counterattacking.
Our Rattler will slow them down.
It's G.I. Joe against Cobra and Destro, fighting to save the day.
They're destroying our tanks.
Get the hovercraft.
Joe never gives up. He's always there, fighting for freedom over land and air. G.I. Joe!
American hero! G.I. Joe is there!
They're beating us!
We better call Zartan.
What can he do?
Find out in the adventures of G.I. Joe from Marvel Comics.
Well, if you're back here, it's because you're doing your right as an American. If we don't finish watching all these episodes, the terrorist will win. So this is episode 5, The Amusement Park of Terror. Let's do it. We return to our final chapter, as a bunch of American soldiers save the day by firing their guns. God bless America.
Let's get them out of there.
Thanks for cutting in, Lady J. Regroup back at headquarters. Yo, Joe!
What are they looking at? Whose benefit is this for? I'm confused.
I adore seeing a scheme come together.
Paraphrasing Hannibal from the A-Team, Zartan gets down to business.
I shall raise our broadcast transmitter and inform both Cobra and G.I. Joe of our modest demands.
Oh, the man said modest.
Good afternoon, honored associates. As you already know, I possess the third and most powerful fragment of the Weather Dominator. G.I. Joe, you have one fragment, but it has little value without the other two components.
And CoverGirl has her action figure hairstyle back.
Country.
And Cobra, you are also the proud possessor of one fragment. It too equally useless. Therefore, one of you, the more intelligent one, naturally, will quickly pay my price, and then, with two viable components, reconstruct the third, or steal it back from your adversary and win the day.
I have him. I have him.
Meanwhile, in the arena of sport,
We can't hold them off for long.
I don't want to be gobbled by some short circuit.
Short circuit. That's it. We've got to reverse the polarity.
yes, of course.
Ready for a ride?
Just say giddy up.
Wait, what are we talking about here? Somehow managing to not have her internal organs fried instantaneously, Hondaloo short-circuits the simulated threat.
It's about time Cobra had its fangs yanked.
Yo, Joe!
As the Joe and Cobra forces close in on Zartan, he is forced to go on the defensive.
Be G.I. Joe and Cobra. Very well. Take your positions!
You hear anything? Nothing. Neither do I. That's what bothers me.
Back at the G.I. Joe base, Storm Shadow demonstrates why ninjas are awesome, and that he arrives at places more prepared than Batman.
Sleeping gas!
And with that, Storm Shadow makes off with the component.
Call it intuition, I don't know, but the fragment's gone!
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
G.I. Joe, self-propelled gun, artilleryman. Codename, Thunder. File name, Breckenridge, Matthew Harris. Primary military specialty, artillery. Secondary military specialty, bandsman, drummer. Birthplace, Louisville, Kentucky. Grade, B5. Thunder grew up next door to a foundry, a probable explanation of his fondness for loud noises. When asked his reasons for going artillery, his reply was simply, "I want to hear them go bang." He has a passion for heavy metal rock and roll, peanut brittle, and cars with bad mufflers. Cobra Rattler pilot. Codename, Wild Weasel. File name, classified. Military specialty, ground support pilot. Birthplace, classified. Wild Weasel cut his teeth in the bush wars of South America and Africa during the last decade. His knowledge of close support aircraft ranges from jury-rigged civilian conversions to ultra state-of-the-art flying weapon platforms. A mouth injury inflicted during a strafing run is rumored to be the cause of the characteristic sibilance in his speech pattern.
Now, back to G.I. Joe.
Back at the amusement park, shit is totally on.
There's no answering barrage. No response from Zartan.
Why is he whispering after landing all those vehicles? Anyways, let's keep going.
Kiddie cars, is this the contempt in which Zartan holds me? All right, boys, now! It's an ambush!
Reminds me of my last trip to Disneyland, only far less violent.
Press forward! Cobra!
Ready, Breaker? Do the honors.
Zartan's gone.
Speaking of Batman, Zartan and the Dreadnoks make a silly thematic escape. Riding the only roller coaster in the world that leads directly to a stash of military vehicles, the small band of mercenaries make their escape.
Zartan, you thieving turncoat.
Wait! Would you mistreat a prisoner who surrendered willingly and offered a prize? The final piece of your weather dominator, Destro!
Remove him.
As Zartan is taken into custody, our Joe heroes back at the Cobra Palace fight to escape.
This place has more twists than a pretzel factory with the bends.
I got another way to go.
Good thinking, Houndaloo.
Thank heaven for poor marksmanship. Aren't these assholes trained soldiers? Using a piece of military hardware that clearly would have been confiscated when he was captured, Duke sends a signal to the Joe team.
We've got Cobra made and we're gonna come down hard.
Like a bad acid trip.
Yo, Joe!
We have the Laser Corps, Commander. Now, what punishment shall we administer to this turncoat?
Punishment? Punishment is the price for failure, and we have not failed.
Forgiving Zartan for his treachery, Cobra Commander gloats over his victory, as nobody in the room acknowledges the fact that these vital components are now completely out of scale with what we've already seen in the past. See, I said I'd get back to it.
When the Dominator is operational again, we shall seize control of the world!
Do. Howdy, handsome.
Once again walking into a scenario that's worthy of Pornhub, Houndaloo lures a group of Cobra soldiers into a brutal takedown.
And here it is, sugar.
This is no time for gardening, Roadblock.
Man, where these scrawny vines are concerned, I am a man with a big green thumb.
Once again bringing all their new toys out to play, the Joe forces descend upon the Cobra Palace.
Snake house we've been looking for. Yo, Joe!
The enemy is upon our gates!
No force on Earth is a match for nature! gone mad!
How dare you?
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Cobra Rattler, it's the wickedest weapon yet, you know. Rattler's gonna get G.I. Joe.
Introducing the Cobra Rattler.
Super missiles! Rattler's gonna stop Joe!
G.I. Joe, American
It's Rattlers!
G.I. Joe's there.
Cobra! We're outnumbered! Not for long! No, Joe!
Cobra Rattler comes with pilot. Other G.I. Joe and Cobra figures and equipment sold separately from Hasbro. Now, back to G.I. Joe.
Yo, Joe! Hold it! What the heck is that?
With a series of stupid puns, the Cobra forces attack the Joes with brutal weather.
The poor Joes are too hot, Destro. Cool them down at once. Our friends are coming to a standstill, Destro. They need something to spark them up.
Shocking experience, mates. I think my bridge work melted.
Spare nothing now, Destro. The end is in sight, and
Armed with gall and zany antics, our Joes inside the palace turn the tide.
We got a clear shot at him! Yo, Joe!
All it took was some wacky, wacky vines.
We got him cold! Retreat! Retreat! We can't stop them! Lower the temple! Lower it at once!
They're trying to take her down. Let's beat them to it.
Having seen the ending of Return of the Jedi, Flint decides it's now time to show off his enormous American balls.
You're almost a sight for sore eyes.
Looks like you blew it again, Fang Face. I shall make G.I. Joe rue this day if it takes me 1,000 years.
Hindering Destro's melodramatic escape, Zartan continues to be a self-absorbed dick.
Zartan!
You haven't defeated me. I only bow for this moment, but I shall return!
We beat you, Cobra, right down to the sand.
There's still the little matter of the crazy weather around the world.
Taking back control, the Joe team reverses the devastating global weather.
I think I got it.
Unsure of how to wrap things up, We go out on rainbows and snowstorms over the G.I. Joe base, and we reuse the same dialogue from the last miniseries.
Yo, Snow!
Well, nobody's perfect.
No, but we do okay.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm glad that's over. Not because I wasn't enjoying watching it, but I'm afraid I might wind up suffering some sort of G.I. Joe related alcohol poisoning. I mean, who put us up to this? Anyways, please keep checking back, and remember, I do have other playlists for things like voice actor spotlights, Transformers Beast Wars, and G1 Transformers. And if you check back this time next week, I'll have a brand new episode for the next episode of Season 2 of Transformers. Once again, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a safe, happy, fun 4th of July. Let's try not to burn the place down, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.
How dare you?